Good afternoon, all. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for the Alumni Talk series on Beyond Ambition from Passion to Innovation. I, Selva Ganesh, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, will act as the moderator for this session. First, I would like to welcome our chairperson, Trimadi K. Dhanalakshmi Ammal, and our pro-chairman, Rotarian RSK Raghuram sir, our principal, Dr. D. Vasudevan sir, our respected HOD, Dr. D. Shanti ma'am, Professor, HOD CSE. Next, I would like to welcome our college alumni coordinator, Dr. R. Kannan sir, Professor, Head of Mechanical Department, and our department placement alumni coordinator, Dr. R. Karthikeyan sir, Professor, CSE Department, and the speaker for the day, Ms. Christy Gair, 2015 batch alumni of our department. Currently, she is working as a software engineer in ThoughtWorks, Germany. Now, she will deliver her valuable guidance on Beyond Ambition from Passion to Innovation. Next, I would like to welcome our internal and external participants. I request all the student participants to make the session more interactive and useful. Now, I would like to call our event coordinator, Dr. R. Karthikeyan sir, to give a brief intro about the alumni. Please, sir.
Thank you, Selva Ganesh. Hi, Sisti. How are you?
Hello, sir. Thank you. I'm very fine. How are you?
Sisti, due to an urgent principals meeting, our HOD is not able to join in today's meeting. Maybe she will join at end of the meeting. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So thank you, Selva Ganesh. Dear participants, before I'm going to introduce our today's speaker, Mr. Steve, software engineer, ThoughtWorks, Germany, the objective of organizing this alumni talk series in our department, myself and our head of the department, Dr. D. Shanti ma'am, we have discussed to introduce this alumni talk series. The objective of this talk series is if the alumni who have completed graduation in our BSNA College of Engineering and Technology, they were working in various industries. When they will come to this talk series, if they will interact with you, definitely you will get a lot of inputs from your senior. Alumni, they are your seniors, okay? So you'll be having some friendly communication with them. Whatever the words, whatever the contents they are telling, definitely it will reach you in your mind. So that we have planned to start this alumni talk series. In the past 2 days, we have the different talks by classmate of Sisti Suprabha and batchmate of Sisti Manisha. They have delivered wonderful content. I hope that today's alumni talk by Sisti on the topic, very nice topic, Beyond Ambition from Passion to Innovation. I hope this topic is also definitely very useful for all the participants. I hope that in this alumni talk series, not only the students of PSNA CET, students from other colleges also, they are here. I believe that students, they are from Nepal, because Srishti from Nepal, this is having some contacts in Nepal. I see the registration forms. Some of the participants from Nepal also have been registered for this alumni talk series. So I welcome the participants from Nepal also, and other colleges such as Banariamman Institute of Technology, Velamal College of Engineering and Technology, and Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology, etc. There are so many colleges, outside participants, they are here. I welcome all the participants for this alumni talk on Beyond Ambition from Passion to Innovation. Before Srishti is going to start the session, I wish to introduce our today's speaker, Srishti, with the help of one brief presentation. So, Sisti, the screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's a full screen is there? Full screen is there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Sure.
Now?
Yes.
Okay. So, it's an immense pleasure for me to introduce one of our best student, 2015 batch alumni, Ms. Christy Gegre, software developer, ThoughtWorks, Germany. So she has completed BE Computer Science and Engineering from PSNI College of Engineering and Technology, Dindikal, with a CGPA of 8.7 out of 10 in a distinction grade. After her undergraduation, she has completed European Master's Program in Software Engineering. It's actually a dual degree Master's Program from Technical University of Kaiserslautern, Germany and the University of Bolzano, Italy. Her work experience, after her BE Computer Science and Engineering, she got placed with Inotics Technologies. Currently, it is a bank of New York Mellon Technologies, India. She worked as an application developer in BNY Mellon Technologies from Jan 2015 as an internship engineer up to June 2016. During the employment of Inotics, her team is awarded by Stars of the Year. This award shows that they have performed excellently in Inotics. After 1 year experience in Inotics, she has completed a dual degree Master of Science in German and Italy. After her Masters, she started her career in Germany as a software developer in Freudo GmbH. From January 2020 onwards, she is working as a software developer in ThoughtWorks, Germany. She is working on various real-time projects. I have listed out some of the projects. She is working on vehicle sharing Android applications in collaboration with various multinational companies. She is also contributed to a food sharing NGO by implementing new features and refactoring their existing Android app. So definitely I have to specify her language skills here. Her mother tongue is Nepali since she is from Nepal, but she is very much good in English. Once she joined the MS in dual degree program in Germany and Italy, now she knows German in intermediate level. She is a beginner of Italian. So this shows her interest towards the other languages. Definitely I have to mention in this time. During her masters, she has involved in various research projects in Germany as well as Italy, University of Bolzano and TU Technical University Kaiserslautern. The two projects are recommendation of good method names using deep learning and then auto refactor. This is an Eclipse plugin. So she's involving with the two very nice research projects. And during her work experience, she's involving with various projects in her organizations. One is the vehicle sharing, food sharing, online banking, smart classes, course connect, free room. The free room is actually a web-based app. Remaining all other app are Android-based app. So I believe that Sisti is doing a lot of wondering in application development using Android and web-based applications. So, and I want to list out certain awards and honors received. In the year 2011-15, she's actually a rank holder from Anna University, Chennai for her outstanding academic achievement with 8.7 CGPA, distinction grade. Then during her masters, she has received a complete scholarship funded by European Union for entire master's course. So after her masters, due to the various projects she has developed or due to her interest towards the Android programming, she is actually a Google certified Android developer. We are very much happy, Sisti, to know you as a Google certified Android developer. Really, our students as well as the external participants, if they are seeing these awards and honors, definitely in future, more number of our students, definitely they will become like you as a Google certified Android developer or some other excellence. Definitely, I believe our students will achieve that. So now, some of the memories of Srishti in PSNA. This is actually a class photo taken during her final year, I hope so. Is it correct, Srishti?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so you can see since Srishti from Nepal, but she is very close with her classmates. You can see nearby Srishti, I think Shaumya.
Yes.
Left hand side, who is?
Soundarya.
Soundarya, yes. Soumya and Soundarya. Really, Srishti is very close with all her classmates and friends. This is some of the memories for you, Srishti. I got this photograph from your classmate Vijay Pandi yesterday.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I also have this picture.
Yes. This is the another photo taken in front of our department, I think. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a very wonderful final year D section 2015 batch. Okay. It's very happy to see your memories, Srishti.
Yeah. It feels so good.
This is, I think, it's a second year or third year?
I think third year.
Third year. So in the third year, Srishti received honor for her academic excellence from our head of the department. The event was happened in our CSE department seminar hall. For her academic excellence, she received award from our head of the department, Dr. D. Shanti ma'am. Do you have this photo, Srishti?
Yes, I have this photo as well.
Okay, good. Anyway, our participants are also seeing that. Definitely they will get some inspiration from you.
Yeah, it looks really lovely.
And this is maybe for the past 2 days, the speakers, Suprabha and Manisha. In addition to the two speakers, Srishti is also a part of Indo-US Robo League. She belongs to a Manisha team. Srishti, Manisha, and Vivek Singh, am I correct?
Yes, Vivek Singh and Khagendra.
And also from mechanical or ECE?
Yes. Mechanical.
So they have developed a line follower robot and axle robotics in this Indo-US Robo League. During this Indo-US Robo League, we have just taken a group photo in front of the Taj. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is some of the memories outside the PSNA when you are going to a robotics competition.
Yes.
So this is some of the memories to you. So with that brief intro and then some of the nice memories of Srishti in PSNA. So now I welcome Srishti to take over the session. I request all the participants to utilize the session effectively, and whenever you are having any clarifications, you feel free to interact with your senior 2015 batch alumni, Ms. Srishti. She is always here with you for this entire session. You can interact with her effectively and make utilize of the session. Thank you one and all. Now I welcome Srishti to take over the session.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a lovely presentation.
Thank you, Srishti.
Yeah, I got an opportunity to relive those days I had in PSNA. It was wonderful. Thank you very much. All right, I will then share my screen then. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Srishti.
Okay.
Go to first slide. Go to first slide, Srishti. From the first slide, you can. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Hi everyone. I know it's afternoon, so maybe you are tired and you just had lunch. I will try to make this session as interesting as possible, and I really hope I give some meaningful and interesting information to you. If I'm speaking too fast, please feel free to interrupt me because I tend to, I think, speak quite fast. And yeah, my today's talk is about Beyond Ambition, from Passion to Innovation. I'm sure all of you are very passionate about software development. So in this session, I want to explain you how higher education can help you to become a good software developer. For that, I will be sharing with you my screen, sharing with you my journey, and also I will tell you the different higher education scholarships that are available in Europe. I will also explain you some of the tips that I learned while I was applying for scholarship. And in addition to that, I want to also focus on the aspect where maybe you don't receive a scholarship, then how can you still study a master's in Europe? And finally, I will touch upon how to find a job in Europe. And at the end, I will also talk about some of the innovative projects that you can do as a student and also after your education. So let's go to my journey. As you have already seen that I started my journey in PSNA in 2011. I think Karthikeyan sir explained how my life was better than I will explain now. But anyways, I want to share with you how I was feeling when I was in PSNA. While I was in PSNA, initially I had difficulties because I had difficulty with coding mainly. Because I didn't know what computer science is all about. All I knew before joining is it is very related to mathematics. And since I'm very interested in mathematics, I decided to just do computer science. And so in the beginning, coding was quite challenging for me, but I'm really thankful to my friends and the professors in PSNE who really helped me to improve my coding skills. So if any of you are feeling quite low, or if you have a doubt with your coding skills, don't worry. It's a part of a process, and you are not alone. And also make sure that you ask for help. You know, in PSNA, everyone is willing to help you, be it your friend or your professor. So feel free to ask for help and also work hard. Working hard and asking help from my friends really helped me to improve my coding skills. And at the end, once I got the hang of coding, I really liked programming. And I think you will also have the similar experience. And in addition to that, I also want you to say that these years that you spend in your college are very precious. So try to have fun as well, because when I look back in PSNA, I remember all the good things that I did. I remember my friends, I remember the hostel life, and also I remember the hostel day festivals, workshops, and symposiums that were there in PSNA, which was a lot of fun. So make sure that you work hard and also have fun while you are in your college. And yeah, there were so many new things that happened when I was in PSNA. For example, when I was in final year, I got a job at Inotics, and that was my first job. So I was very, very excited when I got the job offer. And yeah, in my final thesis, I did my internship at Inotics. And moving forward to my life at Inotics, after my bachelor's in PSNA, I joined Inotics immediately. And while I was at Inotics, I was working on various web-based applications, data analysis tools. I was learning a lot of things, but still deep down, I wanted to learn more. You know, I wanted to be someone who can manage a big software project. I wanted to know all the techniques and approaches that are present, you know, to design a software, to implement it, to test it, and to make it maintainable. So I wanted to pursue masters in software engineering. And that's how I started looking for courses in masters for software engineering. So I started searching for universities, and soon I find out that they're very expensive. I mean, I was thinking that I can never afford a university. You know, it was very expensive. But thank God I was lucky enough to come across this Erasmus Mundus joint master's degree program. Under this program, there are many courses, like there are courses for big data management, there are courses for computer vision, there are courses for intelligent systems, robotics, and many more. And all of these courses are fully funded by European Union. And of course, I was very lucky enough to apply for this and the application procedure was also very simple. I could apply online, and all I needed was some important document like motivation letter, recommendation letter, and my CV, transcript, and an English proficiency test certificate. And I could apply online. It was very simple. So I just applied. And when I was applying, I was thinking that maybe I'm not good enough. I was not the best student from my class. I didn't even have 1 year of full experience when I applied. So I was thinking I'm no way getting this scholarship. But to my surprise, I got it. And it is a special kind of program in a sense that many universities come together and teach their students these courses. So every student who gets scholarship is an Erasmus Mundus scholar. They will have an opportunity to go to different universities. So all the courses have different set of universities, and out of those universities, you can select which one you want to go to. And for me, I decided to go to Technical University of Kaiserslautern, Germany for my first year. And for the second year, I went to University of Bolzano in Italy. And these 2 years were full of learning for me because I was doing many projects, many real-time projects, which is now being used by hundreds of users. I was contributing to open source. I was also doing internships. So it was full of learning for me. And I felt like I have really become a good software developer after this, you know. And in addition to that, moving from India, I was in India, Pune before joining this course. So moving from India to Europe to a completely different place, it has really made a lot of improvement in me. I was on my own and I became more confident and I gained leadership skills. And also in addition to that, I met people from different backgrounds. Almost all the students in my class were from different nationals. So I learned so much from them. And I think not just my software development skills have improved, but also I as a person has grown up. So I really encourage you to go for masters because, it is an opportunity where you can learn, where you can explore different places and explore different situations and also work. And on top of that, you also get paid. I mean, how cool is that? You're getting an opportunity to learn and also getting paid. So I highly encourage you to apply for a master's and especially master's scholarship, Erasmus Mundus. That's what I got. And just imagine, I didn't have a lot of experience. I barely had 1 year of experience when I applied. I was also not the best student from my class. And if I can get it, you can get it too. Okay, so please give it a thought. And if you need any help, feel free to contact me. And different kind of scholarships that are available. So yeah, these are the different scholarships that are available in Europe. One is the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree. This is the same program that I applied to. There, as I said, there are many courses that you can apply, like computer vision, big data management, then intelligent systems, many more. You can choose your preferred one and then apply to it. And this scholarships covers everything, starting from your tuition fees to library cost, to laboratory cost, or the training or workshops. Whatever you do which is related to your master course will be fully funded. And on top of that, you will receive a monthly allowance of 1,000 euros and also 3,000 euros per year for your travel expenses. And applying for this is also very simple. It is all you need is to provide some of the documents like motivation letter, recommendation letter, your CV, transcript, and also English proficiency test. And you can apply on. If you have any difficulty while applying for these kind of scholarships, there is a separate person, coordinators who are there to help you out. So reach them if you have any question, or reach out to me if you have any question regarding this Erasmus Mundus. I can help you to connect with the person who can answer all your questions. Okay, and yeah, this Erasmus Mundus program is for entire Europe. There is another scholarship program called DAT scholarship, and this is for the universities inside Germany. With this scholarship, you will get 8,850 euros per month, which is actually sufficient for you to survive as a student. You can pay the tuition fees and insurance with this. So it is also a good option. The other scholarship that are available is Dan Stipendium. It is actually a grant for students, and it is for the students who are already enrolled in German universities. So if you have any friends or any seniors who study in Germany and doesn't know about this grant, then maybe you can tell them. And with this, you will get 300 euros per month. And apart from Germany, there are other scholarships in other European countries. Like in Italy, there is Italian government scholarship for international student. And to this scholarship, India is eligible, whereas Nepal is not. So if there is any Nepalese, then be aware that this scholarship does not provide scholarship to Nepalese like us. And yeah, those who get this scholarship will not have to pay for their tuition fees, and they get 900 euros per month, which is sufficient to survive as a student. And in addition to that, there are many other scholarships that a university provide, which is not funded by government, but the university. For example, in Politecnico di Milano, also known as Polytechnical University of Milan, it also provides scholarship to outstanding students. So whenever you apply to Polytechnical University of Milano, it will automatically consider your application for a scholarship. So if you stand on the top of the application, then there are high chances that you will get a very good scholarship. And based on your position, the scholarship amount might differ. Okay. And similarly, there are other universities who provide similar scholarship, like Bologna, Pavia, Torino, and many more. And I have also included the British Chevening Scholarship for International Student. This is for the scholarship for students who wants to study in UK. Even with this scholarship, all your tuition fees, monthly allowances, and everything is covered. And also you will get some monthly allowances for your expenses. And these scholarships are not a lot. No, these scholarship grants are not a lot, but it will be sufficient for you to live as a student. Okay. And yeah, there are many more scholarships like this in Europe. I have not included all of them here, but it is just to give you an idea that there are many scholarships that exist, which you can apply to, which you and I, people like you and I can also get. Yeah, that's all about scholarships. Now let's move toward how to get these scholarships. Well, as I said, for getting a scholarship, you need to write a motivation letter. And motivation letter is basically an essay you write about yourself, where you write why you want to do this course, where you write how this course will help you to achieve what you want to get in future. I mean, whatever your goal is, you have to write how this course will help you to achieve that goal. And whenever you write this motivation letter, which is an essay, try to make it as personal as possible. Try to tell them your story, try to tell who you are and what you want to do and why you want to do this course. And in addition to motivation letter, you need to write a recommendation letters as well. No, you don't need to write a recommendation letter, but you need to get the recommendation letter from either your project manager or the professors in PSNA or in your company, in your college. For me, our HOD ma'am wrote a very nice recommendation letter, and I think that is one of the reasons why I also got this scholarship. So keep it in mind that recommendation letters plays a very important role in your application. And yeah, my suggestion is to try and maintain high academic score. Well, you don't have to be the best in your class, but try to maintain a decent score. And if you can publish a paper, that would be really, really good, because masters is about learning, specializing, and also doing some research. So having a paper published is a very good thing. But if you don't have it, don't worry, because I also didn't have it and still it worked. But anyways, keep it in your mind that publishing a paper would be a very good thing. And also you can do innovative projects, volunteer, and do some good things that you can put it in your CV that will add weight to your CV. Okay, and the English proficiency. Well, majority of the European country are not native speakers, native English speakers. So you actually do not need to get extremely high in the English proficiency test. I mean, there is always a cutoff in every courses. So they will specify that your English should be at least, let's say, more than 80, out of 120. Then that means you have to get at least more than 80. But it is not necessary to have extremely high score. But yeah, getting a high score does not hurt anyway, isn't it? Okay. And the next advice is to apply on time. Please be mindful. Please apply with all the documents. And if you do not have all the documents, contact the coordinators, because no matter how good you are, if your application is not complete, then you might not get a chance. Your application might not even be considered, and you don't want that, do you? I hope the answer is no. So yeah, apply in time, take your time and write the motivation letter very well. By the way, motivation letter is also called as a statement of purpose or SOP, which is the same thing. So just so that you don't get confused. And yeah, these are the majority of the main thing that you need to provide while applying for scholarship. And for any scholarship, it is the same set of documents. So if you prepare one, you can apply for multiple scholarship at the same time, and also multiple universities at the same time. Yeah, but for the different courses, try to write motivation letter for different courses separately. In motivation letter, you also have to write why you want to do this course. So you need to show that you know a little bit about this course. You're not an expert, but you have some idea about what you want to study. So yeah, that's all the tips that I have for you to apply for scholarship. Now let's discuss about what if we don't get scholarship. Well, some of my friends here in Germany, they do not have scholarship, but they come to Germany because in Germany, the tuition fees are free. You don't have to pay a tuition fee. All you need to pay is social contribution, which is a very less amount of money. For example, in the top technical universities in Germany, which are also called TU9, in those universities also, all you have to pay is 270 euros per semester, which is a very less amount of money. And it's basically for the identity card that you get. And with this identity card, you will get discount on almost everything, be it an apartment or traveling or any other, visiting a museum or etc. So you pay for that in Germany. And also a lot of my friends, what they do is they come to Germany and for 1 year, they take care of their expenses. Whereas from the second year onward, they try to find out a working student job. So many industries here in Germany have this position called working student, which is a part-time engineer job. When you are working as a working student, you get a real-time experience. And it's not a bad idea, isn't it? As long as you can pay for your first year, you can work as a working student for your second year. And a lot of time what students do is that they extend their masters, because yeah, working and also studying can be challenging. And also courses are quite challenging here. So what they do is they work for 20 hours as a working student and extend their master from 2 years to 3 years or even more, and gain experience while they are studying, and also apply what they learn in university in their work. And that helped them to get a job in future. When you are already working as a working student in a company, you build network with them. You can show what you are. And a lot of my friends continue working on the same company as a permanent employee, as a full-time employee after their masters. So working student can add a lot of values in for the students as well. And that's what they do when they don't have scholarship. And my suggestion in this is try to get scholarship, because then you don't have to worry about your finances. But if you do not have scholarship, then maybe Germany is one of the options for you, because the tuition fee is free. You can work as a working student. There are other scholarship as well that you can apply to, as I said before, like Deutschland Stipendium, which is stipend or grants for students who is already enrolled in Germany. So you can apply to those, or do working student, gain experience while you are studying. So that's all about the alternative. Now let's move toward the jobs in Europe. Well, in India, there is campus placement, right? But in Europe, there is no such things. You have to apply either via LinkedIn or Glassdoor, or go to the company's website and apply there. There is no company placement. All the things that you want to do, you have to do it yourself here. And yeah, when I applied for ThoughtWorks, I applied via company's website. So they do respond even if you apply from the company's website. And to those who doesn't know about ThoughtWorks, ThoughtWorks is a very nice software company. I really like ThoughtWorks because it really motivates all of us to do social work. I will come to that later on in the innovative projects, but for now, let me tell you how the interview process are like in Europe. Like in ThoughtWorks, in many other companies, it's almost the same procedure. The first one would be a phone call. So in the phone call, you talk with the recruiter. You basically try to sell yourself, why they should consider you as a potential candidate for the job. Also, recruiter will tell you about the company, what they are looking for, and how the culture is, etc. So it's a normal conversation between you and the recruiter from the company. And the second interview will be some kind of online coding test, which you do. And the third one would be the on-site interviews, which will consist of 2 to 3 rounds, depending on the company. In ThoughtWorks, I had 3 interviews. 2 of them were technical, and the last one was social justice. So as I said, ThoughtWorks really care about society and wants to do positive things and bring positive changes in the society. So in the third interview, it is about social justice, where we talk about what our society is facing, what are the issues our society is facing, and what as an individual can do to improve those. So that is one of the reasons why I really like ThoughtWorks, is because they focus so much on improving and bringing positive change to the society. And yeah, ThoughtWorks is in India as well. So if you need a reference from me, I will be more than happy to give you reference. And yeah, ThoughtWorks is in Coimbatore, Chennai, Bangalore, nearby your place. So it's also convenient in that sense. And let's move toward the innovative projects that you can do. Yeah, I believe that we software developer has a real potential to make changes in people's life. We solve people's problem, isn't it? Yeah. I would like to tell you one story about the recent project that I did. I collaborated with the Pragati Foundation in Pune, and this foundation, can you hear me?
Yes, Srishti. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 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 thank you. Yeah, so I collaborated with the Pragati Foundation in Pune, and this foundation is trying to provide support to the people who cannot afford food or shelter. And during this COVID crisis, there are a lot of people who are suffering not just from the COVID, but the side effects from them. For example, a lot of people do not have food at the moment or the shelter to live in. So we built an app for this Pragati Foundation to connect this foundation with the people who needs it, connecting the NGO with the vulnerable people. So there are many such things that you can do. It helps both the community and also to you, because you will have an opportunity to work on the real project. And also, I'm sure you feel immense pleasure if you contribute to social work like this. And there are other things as well that you can do. For example, there is one NGO called Food Sharing, and this project is open source, so anyone can contribute. And what they do is, we waste so much of food these days. We waste tons and tons of food every year. And still, there are a lot of people dying of hunger. So what this food sharing does is, it built an app which allows users to share the food that would otherwise be wasted with people who needs food. And their application is open source, and they need developers like us. So you can check out their website, and you will find out that they have web app, they have Android app, and other application, iOS app, and you can contribute to any one of those. And I'm sure there are many other initiatives like food sharing that you can contribute to. And I think it's a win-win case, and I'm sure you also agree with me that you would be very happy to contribute to the society, to the world, and to make it a better place to live. And in addition to that, I want to tell you about this project Athena as well. I recently got contacted from them via LinkedIn. They are in LinkedIn as well, and they are looking for software developers. I don't know exactly what they do or what are the different things they do. I'm sure they do different things. So you can contact them if you are really interested, because you are also sitting at home, and you can use this time to make some positive changes to the society, right? So if it is interesting for you, I can also connect you with them. And yeah, let's work together, and let's work on these social societal change applications, which helps our society and community and people around us. And yeah, at the end, what I want to share with you is, be passionate about learning, be open to explore new things, and let's use our talent and our knowledge of technology in helping and building our community a better place for everyone to live. Thank you. And yeah, thank you very much for having your patience and listening to me so far. I think I talked so much. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Okay, I have a few questions in. How did you get a scholarship for MS in Germany? Okay, yeah, I applied for Erasmus Mundus program. It is not just for Germany, but for entire Europe. And in this program, I selected European Master's Program in Software Engineering, which was taught in 4 different universities. One of them was in Germany, another one in Italy, the other one was Finland and Spain. And out of these 4, I could select 2. And in that, I selected Germany and Italy. So actually, I didn't get scholarship for Germany, but for these 4 universities. Okay, from Srini, I'm deeply interested in doing my master's in Germany, and you really answered all my questions. Okay, could you please tell me the specialized master's degree in German universities? Okay, this is a question from Srini. Specialized master's degree. Well, there are many different type of degrees that you can do. For example, master's in software engineering, you can do it in artificial intelligence, or you can do it in distributed systems, or computer vision. It really depends on what you are passionate about. I mean, take some time and ask yourself, what do you enjoy the most? Which field do you enjoy the most? Which field do you find it very fascinating? And based on that, you first find out what course you want to do, and then look into universities if they provide such course or not. At least that was my approach. I was interested in software engineering. So I started looking for different programs that was related to software engineering. And that's how I got to know about this Erasmus Mundus scholarship. Okay, the next question is from Anithya. What's your part in that particular project of Pragati Foundation? That's a really nice question, because I was already doing this food sharing project. I was doing food sharing project, and Pragati Foundation was also wanted to do a similar food sharing thing with the people who had who didn't have enough food. So my part was on that project was to first do the brainstorming on what kind of project do we want to do, because we had very limited time and we wanted to build it as fast as possible. So I was involved in the project from the very beginning to the end. And yeah, we were 4 developers, and we divide the task among each others, and then we took whichever was available or whichever was next to do. Okay, I will send you my email address. I think I already said about the specialized course. Is software engineering hard at first? Actually, no. Software engineering was not that hard. It is very interesting. It teaches you how to design a software, and and what are the different best practices for developing softwares, and how to manage a big project, and etc. So I actually also, this course had a lot of practical things. So whatever we learned, we applied it. So it was fun at the end. Do you have any more question? What is the level that I must complete in learning German language? Just a beginner. Okay. In Germany, there are many courses that is taught in English. So if you are applying to course that is in English, then you don't need a German certificate. But if you are applying for a German language course, then you need B2. I mean, the course that is taught in German, then you need at least B2 level of German. But I suggest you to go for English language courses. Otherwise, it will be difficult. Can I get your email ID? Sure, I will write my email ID here. Okay, here it is. What about I can do my master's in machine learning? Of course, you can do master's in machine learning in Germany. There are many English courses in machine learning as well. Are there more questions? You said you were already working on food sharing idea, but how did you get collaborators? Oh, that's a very interesting question. Actually, one of my colleagues came up with this information to me, so I collaborated with her. So I think food sharing reached out to her and asked if she can help, and she also included me. But I think if you really want to collaborate on these kind of projects, you can find out, the best approach would be to find out what are the NGOs near your place and look at their website and see what are the things that you can change or see their applications. Sai Krisab, I have already written my email address in the chat. Maybe you can find it there. And you said software engineering and deep learning. In which way you connected those? Sorry, I didn't understand the question from Hariharan. Can you speak up?
Hariharan, you can ask the question directly.
Yeah.
I think he is having some problem with
Okay.
mic, I think. Hariharan?
Mm-hmm.
think he's not able to interact with you, Sisti, due to problem in mic.
Okay. Then I will just answer what I understood. You said software engineering and deep learning, in which way you connect those. Okay. For me, deep learning is about using neural networks to build something, and software engineering is more about learning different approaches to build different softwares. It could be deep learning application, it could be Android application or web-based application, it can be anything. So in software engineering, you learn about the different practices, what are the best way to do things, and whereas in deep learning, you learn about how to learn from the data and make use of this sophisticated neural networks and different other technologies to make the best out of those data.
Is it useful learning foreign languages during college days?
Sorry?
Is it necessary? Is it like useful learning foreign languages? Is it necessary?
You just introduce yourself.
Necessary, yes.
You introduce yourself.
No, okay.
Who is that? Hello.
I'm Santosh then, sir.
Yes. You can interact. now.
Hi, Santosh. That's a really nice question. With Erasmus Mundus courses, it is compulsory that you do at least one level of language to the universities that you visit. So for me, I had to do A1.1 in German and A1.1 in Italian. It was compulsory. And your question is it important? Well, it is always nice to be able to speak to people in their native language. It makes you close to them. And in Germany, also, it is better to get a job as well. Though in IT field, it is not necessary that you speak in German, but in any other field, it can be very important that you know how to speak German. Did I answer your question right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Srishti,
Okay,
is there
do
any
you
more
have
questions?
I don't see it here. A lot of them asked me for my email address and I was sending them privately for some reason. Now I send it to everyone, I think.
So
do you have any more
whether
questions?
Participants are sending any more questions to you in private, in the chat mode?
Sorry?
Whether the participants have sent any questions to you in your private chat option? There are
All
no
of them
questions.
seems to be privately. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, they are all privately sent.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So there are no more questions.
Yeah, there is one question. How can I find a mentor for deep learning, ma'am? Is there any platform for that? Yes, I learned deep learning. First of all, I learned machine learning from online courses. Then there is this fast.ai, which you can look at. They do a lot of new things in deep learning. So let me write fast.ai to you. Yeah. So you can read their papers, and there are many videos that you can look. And I think it will give you some idea for sure. Is there any more question?
Srishti, I'm having one question.
Okay, yes.
Srishti, Harikaran actually, he's a first year computer science student.
Yes.
He is doing one actually a machine learning project for actually in a cyber security space for detecting some malicious URLs.
Okay.
So he is using some deep learning techniques so that he raised some question. Actually, the thing is, what is the feasibility of using deep learning for the malicious link detection in any mobile-based app? So, can you generally address? Please?
Sorry, can you repeat your question again? The last one.
What is the feasibility of deep learning in detecting malicious URL?
Yeah, I think it's very useful for especially phones, because I see that there are so many things that get downloaded without me being aware of it. So I think this application is really a nice idea. And I think we can do it in mobile phones as well, by pre-processing the data and using that limited data to really find out the malicious attacks. So I think it's a really good idea. And if you make it, I will definitely use it in mine.
I think they are working. The team of 3 members, they are working.
Yeah.
Akintya, can you able to speak? I think Akintya is also there in the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, I can. I mean,
Akintya, if you are having
can
any
you like hear
clarification,
me,
you
sir?
can directly interact.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I do not hear anything.
I think they are in home. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
okay.
Do you want me to explain what we are doing, sir?
No. If you are having any doubts, you can interact. Why the Hariharan?
Okay, sir, can you like hear me?
Hariharan, yes, Hariharan, you proceed.
Okay, good afternoon.
Hi, you can call me Srishti. No
Okay,
formalities.
okay, good afternoon, and I'm Hari.
Hi,
So
Hari.
we are like planning to evade these malicious attacks by using a deep learning algorithm, which kind of takes arguments like about the link, like the DNS information, network routing, and other stuffs like their to say like network traffics and some simple steps as their like the input layers, and I'm trying to like detect these malicious link to the maximum extent, but what I'm getting is I'm like only getting like 85 to 89% of accuracy. I can't like improve my deep learning scripts. So is there like any way of increasing it?
I think.
Well, I don't. Sorry, can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Proceed.
Yeah, I think maybe you can. What suggestion I would give is to improve your data set. Maybe it is missing some big chunk of malicious websites that you don't use for training your data, training your model. Maybe that could be one reason. But anyways, I would like to say that having 85 to 89% of accuracy is already a big achievement. So I would like to congratulate you on that.
Yeah, like,
And
but we are trying to compete with existing malicious link detectors, which is kind of Microsoft is having one. It is like having 98.5% accuracy, and we are like just 85, so it's.
oh, do you know how big their data set is to train the model?
Yeah, like I'm using my fullest to like I have kind of 5 lakhs malicious link URLs and above 1 million benign URLs. And still I'm like increasing my data sets and other information, but the changes aren't like drastic enough. It's like point, and it's only like going to 85 to 86, 86 to 87, and even
Okay.
sometimes it's going downwards like 85 to 84.
Yeah, in my opinion, maybe you can use more data to train your model and also do some research on how to optimize it. I think that would really help. Since I do not have a lot of experience on this malicious URL or this kind of thing, so maybe I'm not the best person for you to suggest on this. Or maybe, after this call, maybe we can look into this problem together. I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay, Sisti, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Are there any more questions?
Yes, Sisti, please.
No, there are no questions. I'm asking if there's any questions. Not in the chat.
Any other questions? Participants, if you're having any other questions, you can ask.
I think that is all.
Okay, Sisti.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity.
Before that, Sisti, I'd like to say, one of your senior, 2011 batch, Mr. Manoj, he's actually a director of a company called Crosspeak in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. He's also in the meeting, I hope so. Mr. Manoj?
Oh, nice.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Mr. Manoj is there.
Hello,
So he's
good
actually your
afternoon.
senior, Sisti. He's attending your session. Okay. I welcome Mr. Manoj, Director, Crosspeak Solutions, Coimbatore. He's a 2011 batch CSE of PSNA CET. I hopefully he's the next speaker in our alumni talk series. So Manoj, you please have your words, few words about the session.
Definitely, sir.
Yes,
So
Manoj.
it's really very inspiring and aspirational talk, Srishti. It was really good meeting you. Really glad to meet the entire team. Actually, it's been very long time back, around 10 years, I would say 9 years. So. Looking forward for the next session. So just thought of sneaking back into this session and see how the session is going on and everything. So it was really good, Shrishti. Keep it up. Good work. Yeah.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you. I think your class.
It was a pleasure for me to.
Yes, Srishti?
It was a pleasure for me to share my experience with Manoj, with you, and all the PSNA team and students. Yeah, I think
whether participants from Nepal is available in the meeting, you can interact with Srishti. Participants from Nepal. So maybe they have.
They have left, maybe.
They have left, I think. Okay.
Yes.
I think your classmate Vijay Pandey is also informed me to join. Whether Vijay Pandey is there? No, she's not there. He's not there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, participants, if you're having no more questions, maybe we are just coming to
here
the...
it is.
Yes, Srishti?
Yeah, there is Arjun Prasad Pokhrel from Nepal.
Prasad?
Arjun Prasad Pokhrel. Arjun.
Oh, Prasad. Prasad is there?
So can I ask one question?
Yes, Akintya, please. Yes.
I mean, sir, Akintya actually working with Hariharan on the same project of malicious link detection.
This is the question for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, working on the same project with him. Actually, I'm dealing Android side on that project. What I'm trying to ask is, like, there are already a lot more of, like, web browsers extensions for URL malicious URL detections. They all what they all do is, like, we enter into that website and they just grab the link and test it for benignity. But once the user gets into that particular website, the attacker has, like, finished it. The job has finished for the side of attacker. So there is no need, like, I mean, the work of attack has been finished, but what we are trying to do is defend the user from getting into the website. So, like, without getting into the website, the attacker can't do anything with the user. So, as a, like, without if we introduce this as a browser, like a separate browser, it would not, like, disrupting the user's normal activity. They may use a normal Chrome browser or any normal browser, but when we introduce as it as a new browser, it may, like, disturb their working experience. So like instead of a browser, what we are trying to what I'm trying to do is introduce it as a like middleware. So before getting into the browser, whenever the user clicks the link, this application will enter in the scene and grab the link and process all everything. But the thing is, what if the user copies the link or does anything other than like just clicking? So if he clicks, I can get into the scene. But instead of that, if he like copies the link and pastes it directly into the browser, or he types the link directly into the browser, what I can do there?
Can you monitor the event that the attacker enters into the browser?
No, I can't do that. What I can do is not let the user go into the browser.
Okay,
So
like what is he trying to say is, if we use extension, the link may get into the browser. So we are like trying to prevent that by introducing our app as an middleware between the browser and the user.
Yeah.
So if the user clicks the malicious link, we can grab the link that is being clicked. But what if the user what if the user copies instead of clicking the link? So what can we do, like instead of he clicking the link, what can we do if he copies the link? How can we like access the clipboard and grab the link?
And can you monitor the copy action? Maybe you can monitor that, like selecting all the link action, and maybe you can use that to find out if that guy.
For like monitoring, we need our application to run behind us.
Stay in the background all the time. But after some update like API version 8 or 9, I think they have optimized the background experience, and they will block our application if it runs longer in the background. So we can't always look up for the change in the clipboard.
Okay,
Moreover,
Hariharan?
Sir?
Hariharan, this is actually somewhat more technical discussion. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we shall have the discussion with Srishti later by email or WhatsApp. Okay. Because maybe if other participants, if they're having any questions, they may ask. Okay. Because it's somewhat technical related to our project. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So that we may, I think, Srishti, we may discuss in private, I think. Am I right?
Sure, definitely, sir.
Okay, Hariharan, Akintya, thanks for your interest and thanks for your queries. Okay, I think Arjun Prasad Pokeral from Nepal. He's in the meeting. I think he just messaged, but he's not able to talk, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, if any more questions from participants?
I guess that is all.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a wonderful talking and interacting with you all, and Hariharan and Akintya. You're doing a great job, and yeah, let's connect after this meeting, maybe some other days, and let's find out the solution for that. I will be more than happy to help you in any kind of way.
Okay, Srishti, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So maybe we are just coming to the end of today's alumni talk. It's a great pleasure for me to propose maybe a formal vote of thanks. So I express my sincere thanks to our chairperson, Trimadi K. Dhanalakshmi Ammal, our pro-chairman, Rotarian R.S.K. Raghuram sir, for their continuous support and guidance towards organizing the events in connecting with alumni. Really, our pro-chairman is much interested with Alumni Connect. I hope I have shared her Facebook comments to you, Srishti, in the Alumni Talk group. Am I right? Hello? Srishti,
I was on mute, sorry. Yes.
Okay, did you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you, sir.
Okay. So really, and we are very much thankful to our chairperson and pro-chairman for their continuous support. Next, I would like to thank our respected principal, Dr. D. Vasudevan sir, for his continuous guidance, support towards organizing these kinds of alumni events. Next, I have to convey my sincere thanks to our head of the department, Dr. D. Shanti ma'am, for his moral support towards organizing this entire alumni talk series. Next, I wish to convey my thanks to College Alumni Coordinator, Dr. R. Kannan, Professor and Head, the Department of Mechanical Engineering. He is very much interested to connect all our alumni. Srishti, in this connection, I would like to say something about you on conducting a alumni meet for your batch in our college after this COVID-19 will be overcome. Okay. You are all welcome to PSNA CET for gathering as well as organizing a alumni meet to interact with your faculty members, juniors. You are all invited to PSNA CET. Next, I'd like to thank all my faculty members of Computer Science and Engineering Department for their support towards organizing this alumni talk series. Especially the moderator of today's event, Mr. N. Selvaganesh, Assistant Professor, Computer Science and Department. My sincere thanks to him for moderating this event. So I express my sincere thanks to all the internal participants as well as external participants from various places for attending this alumni talk series for the past 3 days. Really great thanks to all the participants. This alumni talk is not going to be over. As our head of the department said in the first day, we are planning to continue this alumni talk as a series in our department. So hopefully in the next week, we are going to have another alumni talk from Mr. Manoj, 2011 batch. We will share you the information further. So once again, I thank you one and all for attending this alumni talk series. And really, I have to be very thankful to today's speaker, Ms. Srishti Gaigre, for her valuable time towards this alumni talk. Thank you very much, Srishti, for your time and sharing the good contents with your juniors as well as the other participants. Okay. So really, on behalf of our department and PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, my sincere thanks to you, Srishti, for spending your valuable time in this wonderful talk. So thank you, Srishti. So thank you one and all for attending today's meeting. So all are requested to fill your feedback in the given link. Thank you. Thank you, Srishti.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. And thank you, everyone, for having patience to listen to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you one and all.